Hello, my name's Glenn McCrory and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Lights Out. I'm FAISAL Khan. We're here in Manchester at the press conference for Frampton versus Josh Warrington, and I'm joined by Josh Warrington's father, Sean O'Hagan. Sean, how are you doing today? You alright?
Marvellous today, absolutely marvellous.
Yeah. Right, it's a big night on Saturday night. It was a very big night a few months ago, well, in the summer at Ellen Road when your son became the world champion. But this is Frampton. This is a huge test. We all know Frampton, will go down as an iconic figure in the sport of boxing when he does officially retire. But a lot of people make out as if he's still the #1 fighter in the featherweight division in terms of British-wise. Is this the biggest test of Josh's career so far?
I don't think so. Don't forget it's boxing. When we start talking about tests, it'd imply that you've not had a fight before or you've not been at that level before. All this thing about tests, it's competitive. It's supposed to be competitive as boxing. Don't fall into that mistake of thinking that we've not been fed a load of kind of knockover men. People are forgetting this, going right back to when we first started boxing. We've always boxed quality opponents, and not just quality opponents, quality competitors. Any one of those fights could have been won or lost, could have gone either way. So I don't think this is the biggest test. It's purely a bit of boxing, that's all it is, and best man will win. And to be honest with you, I think everyone's raving about Frampton, but let's get it right with this Frampton being, he's a big name because they've made him a big name. Media's made him a big name, and he's still riding with that, I mean, he's Irish, from Northern Ireland. Everybody gets behind anybody from Ireland there, they've got this thing up, the British government with them, and he's a good fighter, but let's not forget he's lost. He's not done anything at featherweight really. He beat Leo Santa Cruz at featherweight, did he, or did he lose to him? I can't remember.
Beat him at featherweight.
He beat him at featherweight. Yeah, and then on return he got beat, didn't he? Something like that, I don't know. Well, I can't remember which way around it was, but looking at his previous fight, I think you're only as good as your last performance, really. He had an overweight, overaged Donaire. He had the other one with Garcia.
Luke Jackson was his last fight.
And then Luke Jackson. But I wasn't impressed with any of them, to be honest. Talk's a good fight. He's almost trying to talk himself into it now. I don't really think of it as a test or a bigger test than any other fights, really. I just think of it as it's another boxing match.
Josh has come a long way. I mean, ever since that night in Ellen Road where he put up a tremendous performance. He really took the fight to Lee Selby. What do you think he's got to do on Saturday night when he gets in the ring with Frampton? What type of game plan do you expect Josh to have?
To be honest with you, at this stage you don't reveal game plans, do you? What you've got to be is durable. And I think that we're durable enough to cope with anything that Frampton brings. Whether it's a bit of boxing, a bit of fighting, we've got an answer to it. Any questions that are going to be asked of us on Saturday night, we will answer them. We'll answer them convincingly. I'd be more concerned if I were Carl in that his trainer's already said that he's got to match us for pace. He's got to match us for pressure. I think questions are going to be asked to Carl if he can manage that or not. I think that'll determine the fight, which way the fight goes. But no, we're ready. We've had a good camp. Can't wait for Saturday night, really.
I know obviously it's been a big year so far, 2018. You win the world title at Ellen Road against Lee Selby, and now you've got Frampton. You can't look too far ahead, but if you can get the win on Saturday night, what is the plans for 2019 for Josh? Correctly,
as you've said there, is can't look too far ahead and never look past the next fight. But in answer to your question, if we beat Carl on Saturday, I always say if, because it is boxing and it is competitive and this is a genuine fight. If we get past Carl or Carl gets past whatever, I think the winner's going to actually fight Oscar Valdez. I know we've got Barry Howard or Kid Gallard, whatever he calls himself, shouting. He was there shouting last night, not doing himself any favours really. He used to be a nice kid, but I don't think anybody's really looking past Saturday night, He's supposed to be mandatory, whoever wins on Saturday. But then you see, you've got big fights, haven't you, like Oscar Valdez. You've got Leo Santa Cruz.
Scott Quigley's still about as well.
Well, he is, but I don't think he'll come into the equation yet, you know, because you're looking at unifications, aren't you, now? And a unification fight kind of overrides every other fight, doesn't it? Mandatories or not. So, we don't know. We'll have to sit down with promoters, sit down with managers and see where we're at. But I think it would be Valdez. Oh, that's a fight that'd excite me, is Valdez.
And obviously, you know, you mentioned Oscar Valdez, and you know, you can't look too far ahead, but what would the terms be? Would you expect Oscar Valdez to come down to England, or would you be interested in going over there? I mean, it's champions, they do it, they do tend to go to other fighters' backyards, but obviously...
Listen, we'd willingly go over there, you know. We'll have to see what they can put together. I mean, we'll have our team wanting to bring him over here, and they'll be wanting us to take it up. We'll have to see it. They'll sit down and discuss money, won't they, and see where we're at.
Just want to move you away now from Josh and Carl's fight and get your thoughts on the BBC Sports Personality of the Year on Sunday. Tyson Fury wasn't even nominated. You know, what were your thoughts on it after the year he's had, and especially putting in that tremendous performance in LA a few weeks ago against Deontay Wilder?
I think, to be honest with you, I like Tyson. I don't think he's opening with confidence, but at times, you know, I think people are remembering, is he a good ambassador for sport? He's a good sportsman, best heavyweight out there. Not a good ambassador for sport, really, is he, when he's shouting and swearing and carrying on, you know? I don't think that does him any favours. You know, I mean, the thing is like, as an ambassador for sport, you've got kids looking up to you. I don't know, would you let your kids watch one of them press conferences? That's what you've got to ask yourself, you know. So, I think I think that's his only downfall, really, is how he kind of portrays himself sometimes. But I do like him. I do like Tyson. I won't knock him. I'd just say, just clean it up a little bit. Clean it up a little bit, you know. I think he did a tremendous job. Nobody expected that, did they?
No.
With Wilder. But I think he is #1 heavyweight out there.
And obviously, looking at that performance against Deontay Wilder, there's talks of a rematch. You know, there's a date penciled in for April the 13th for Anthony Joshua. You know, what do you think the next step should be for Tyson Fury? Would you want him to focus on the rematch, or would you want him to target Anthony Joshua?
Well, listen, it's one of them where the money men will determine who's going to fight who, won't they? You've got rival promoters there. If they can work together, it'd be good to see Anthony Joshua and Tyson. I mean, get the domestic stuff cleared up first, and then move overseas, don't you? It'd be great. Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, it'd be one of the biggest fights that's ever been seen. And that's what everybody wants to see, really, isn't it? You know. But then you've got Wilder and Joshua, don't you?
Yeah.
It's a three-way.
What?
It's a threesome, isn't it?
Looking at the whole Wilder and Anthony Joshua situation, you know, one guy's saying he doesn't want to fight, the other guy's saying he doesn't want to fight. The promoters are saying, you know, terms are we're not agreeing terms. Looking at it, why do you think that fight hasn't been negotiated yet to happen, and why do you think it hasn't happened as well?
I don't know. There's a lot of factors. We can sit here and we can guess, but there's a lot of factors as to why fights don't happen. I mean, it's like with us. We'll get 3 or 4 people. We're on with Carl Frampton now. We had some kid from America a few weeks ago shouting us out because we haven't spoke to him. We don't want it. We're scared. I don't even know who he is. You know what I mean? So you'll always get things like that. People seize opportunities, but there's a number of factors why fights don't happen. And we're not there in negotiations, so we can only guess. But it's usually down to money, you know. It's usually down to money and boxing politics, and you know that when fights don't happen, that somebody somewhere is usually benefiting financially. You know, but it's sad. Everybody wants to see it best fight the best, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the very reason, getting back to ours again, why we could have actually taken a mandatory. We could have taken a voluntary defence. We could have fought the number 15 ranked Italian, but we didn't. We went for Carl Frampton, who's ranked above us. Because if you're going to call yourself genuinely the best, you've got to beat the genuine fighters, haven't you? And that's what we're doing.
One final question. It's been a topic that's been, you know, discussed as of lately. The International Olympics Committee are on the verge of getting rid of boxing for the next Olympic Games. What's your thoughts on that?
Are they? I wasn't aware of that.
Yes, yeah. They're in discussions to completely get rid of the sport of boxing in the Olympics.
Yeah, I
in the
think they're
future.
following the politically correct thing, aren't they? You know, there's going to be something like that involved. I think it'd be a terrible shame. But then again, on the other hand, you see some of those results on there, and they're diabolical, aren't they? I think instead of getting rid of it, what they need to do is clean it up, clean that side of things up. Another scoring system, which I'm sure somebody can come up with. But I don't think they should get rid of it. I don't think they should get rid of it at all.
Not when you look at some of the fighters that have come through the Olympics and have gone on to achieve what they have. I mean, look at Anthony Joshua, Usyk.
It's a massive thing, isn't it, boxing? You know, it might not be in Olympics because people are getting sick of this now. You're seeing some of the results are absolutely shocking, aren't they? You know, in those Olympics. Even to points where I don't really watch them anymore because you just know it is bad. It is bad. Some at scoring and some at politics with amateurs is terrible. 1 minute they want them with head guards, then they want them without head guards. Then I don't know. It's all over the place. I think they need to just set a foundation and stick to it, work to it, you know. So, but yeah, I don't think they should stop it.
Well, listen, Sean, thank you very much for your time today. Really appreciate it.
Anytime at all.
And good luck for Saturday night. We're looking forward to it. Definitely be tuned in, and hopefully we look forward to speaking to you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.